Welcome to IELTS interviews. As a part of the interview procedure, we need to do the recording of this interview. Are you comfortable with it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Can I have a look at your identification
Of course.
card? Thank you. Yes. Masuma, would you like to introduce yourself to me?
Yes. My name is Masuma Altafat. I'm 23 years old. I recently completed my bachelor's in human nutrition and dietetics. We're a family of 6. I'm the eldest of our 4 siblings, and I have a younger brother and then 2 younger sisters. I was born in Karachi, but currently we're living in Multan. We moved to Multan in around 2009. We've been living here for over 10 years now. My dad is a chemical engineer, and that's what I initially planned to do when I was younger. I've always been into chemistry and engineering. When he used to come back home, I used to ask him all these questions about the company. But as I grew older, I got interested in health and fitness, and that's how I decided to pursue my studies in human nutrition and dietetics. I'm currently working on a research project, which is also health and nutrition based. In the future, I'm planning to pursue my higher studies from either the UK or Canada. Some of my mentors who taught me during my studies and also helped me out with my research project completed the studies from the UK and Canada, which is why I chose to pursue it for my studies. And I'm really looking forward to work on research since I haven't really seen research done on women's health in the area of nutrition. So I would really like to do that in the future and contribute to significance in women's health.
Oh, that's very interesting. So, Masuma, I would like to know, when do people give gifts or presents in your country?
In my country, it's actually a tradition to give gifts to everybody who comes to your house for the first time. That's something I really like about my country and my religion. We really honor guests. So every time a guest comes over, we give them stuff, and even when they're leaving, we also like to give them goodies. We also give gifts on birthdays, like every other country also does. Weddings are a very important part of this gift giving system. Recently, I also prepared this gift basket for my friend who completed her exam. She prepared in this competitive exam called the USMLE. So she passed it with flying colors, and all of us were really proud of her. So we prepared this basket for her with all her favorite goodies and snacks and everything. She was really happy about it. And yeah.
Do you ever take a gift when you visit someone in their home?
I do take gifts when I visit someone. Specifically, I really like taking flowers for people because that's a general gift that you can give to anybody. It can be a guy or a girl or an elder or somebody younger. Everybody likes flowers, so I like getting bouquets for them.
And when did you last receive a gift?
I recently received flowers. I received a bouquet from my mom when I graduated from university. She knows I'm really into these flowers called baby spreads and blue roses. So she got me a bouquet that consisted of both of these flowers. I received them when I graduated about a few weeks ago, and I was really happy to receive them.
Okay. Okay, Masuma, I'm going to give you a cue card. There'll be a topic, and you have to speak about it. You'll be having 1 minute to think. And if you need to make some notes, you can even make some notes.
All right.
And for at least 2 minutes, you have to talk about it. This is the topic. These are the points you should cover. Your 1 minute starts now. Yes, please.
A recent journey that I went to was this family trip that we went to Murray. It is one of the most popular hill stations in Pakistan, which is my country. We went around the start of July, and then we had like a 2-week trip to Murray. We went there with our entire family. It was the first trip that we took after 5 years because before that, all of us were busy in our universities or school, and also my dad had to undergo his endoscopy. So after that, it was the first trip that we took as a family that we could go to because all of us were free from our universities and schools, and my dad was also recovering well. So we went to that trip. We went through car, and it was an 8 to 9 hour journey to from Islamabad to Murray. We also stayed in Islamabad for 2 days just to rest a little. And then we went to Murray. Our first day consisted of hiking. So my dad didn't really want to do it because of his health issues, but we did do it. We hiked a little with him, but then my siblings and I went forward together. After that, we went to this restaurant called PC Bruven. We had high tea over there, and after that, we went to explore the hotel called the PC Bruven. It was a very pretty place. It had gardens and also like really nice stadiums. When I went inside, I also saw this thing that I haven't really seen anywhere. It was a room in which they were doing simulations of the U.S. Women Committee, which is something that I've always been very passionate about. Also, when we had this MUN at our university, I also preferred to take part in the the UN Women Committee. So that's something that really stuck with me. I really remember that. One of the most memorable parts of the journey was the fact that I got to volunteer to be a part of the UN Women Committee. It wasn't really a real committee, but it was a simulation. So you could take part in it and you can give your opinions and you can give your opinions on the letters as well. And you can also help them pass the bills. But it wasn't a real thing, but you could help do it. And so we went there and everybody was so nice and so humble. You didn't really expect people of that stature to be so nice to a young girl, but everybody was so welcoming and so nice. We talked about the topic of gender-based violence, and that's something that I learned so much from them. I also because I've been so passionate about these things, I got to give a little speech on it, which was very, very cool. Um, we went on this journey not only because we wanted to have a family trip together, but also because during that time, all of us were so busy with our lives. We didn't really pay attention to our unity as a family, and obviously, as a family, you're a unit, and your unit is strong when you're together. So I feel like that's something that the trip is very important for us. We needed to take that trip in order to get back together and realize that unity, the strength that we have together.
Okay, nice. Yes, Massima, what do you think? What kind of things do children learn to do when they are young, and how important are these things?
I believe specifically the first few years of a child's life are very important. Um, they develop cognitively and physically during those 2 to 5 years. I feel like it's very important to pay attention to your kids. I understand a lot of parents out nowadays are very career oriented and they have nannies, but I feel like it's really important to be present with your kids because you can send them to school, but you don't know what they're learning in school. Sure, they can learn nice things. They can learn about the different countries, the continents and stuff. But the upbringing that is needed is not always present in schools. I've seen a lot of schools not do anything about bullying, which is something that every kid should know and every parent should tell their kids about bullying. They should tell them how it's not okay and it's okay and you need to stand up for not only yourself but also others. So I feel like it's very important for parents to be there, be present for their kids, and also just do these little activities with their kids to make them better citizens of the future.
Okay. Some people say that it is more important to be able to learn new things now than it was in the past. Do you agree?
I do agree. Uh, in the past, there wasn't really as much competition as it is today. In order to stand out, you need to be able to do many different things. For example, I started off with just being academically strong, but when I went to university, I I worked on myself and I started taking part in other things. I started crocheting, I started swimming, so I feel like all of these things make you like make your personality more multi-dimensional. So you're not like one-dimensional. You are there's not just one thing to you. You cannot be defined by one thing. You can be defined by all these different things that you can do. You can learn to play an instrument. You can learn a different language, and specifically nowadays, it's so easy to be aware and get all these access to all these things. For example, there's Duolingo from which you can learn any language you want. It's not even that hard. Provides you with activities and all these different daily tasks that you can do. I learned crocheting. Back then, I used to think it was very tough. I couldn't do it, but I learned it through watching YouTube, which is like one click away. Everybody can do it. And you can learn anything you can. There are also courses available. There are also a lot of free courses available from which you can learn things. I think it's really important. Not only can you add those things in your CV when you're applying in the future to universities and stuff, it also makes you a very handy person. Like, what if you don't know how to fix a bulb, for example, but in the future you need to do it and there's nobody around to help you. So instead of just waiting for somebody to help you, you need to be able to do these things for yourself.
Yes. Thank you, Masuma.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.